Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we are strapping on our virtual sandals and, well, stepping right into Jaisalmer,
The Golden City.
the golden city of Rajasthan, India. It just sits there so defiant right on the edge of the Thar Desert. It's famous for its mesmerizing sand dunes and, of course, its architecture.
It really is. And the architecture is carved entirely from local yellow sandstone.
The whole city feels like a masterclass in human resilience.
It does. We've taken the source material shared by our listener, and we're doing a full, meticulous deep dive. Our mission today is to uncover the unique history, the absolute genius of its sustainable vernacular architecture.
And the culture. The vibrant culture that has managed to thrive for almost 1,000 years in one of the world's most extreme climates.
Exactly.
And the immediate hook here, the thing that really caught my attention right away, is the Jaisalmer fort itself. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, sure, but here's where it gets really interesting.
It's a living fort.
It's a living fort. Think about that. Unlike most historical forts across India, which are now just monuments, a vast portion, we're talking a quarter of the city's population, still lives and works within those magnificent walls today.
It's just incredible. It's a functional historical ecosystem. And to understand how it works now, we have to look at how it all began. Let's unpack the foundations, starting nearly 900 years ago.
Okay, so tell us about the founder and the name.
Well, Jaisalmer was established way back in 1156 AD by Jaisal, who was a Badi Rajput ruler.
Okay.
And the name itself is a brilliant summary of its location. It combines the founder's name, Jaisal, with Meru, which is a Sanskrit term for a mountain or a high, prominent place.
So it wasn't a random spot. This was a strategic choice.
Oh, completely deliberate. The entire city is perched on a hill that's about 100 meters high.
And I imagine that whole top location defined the shape of the city, which is far from standard. It's not some neat grid or a circle.
No, not at all. The contour of that hill resulted in a highly unusual urban form. It's defined as an irregular polygon, and it has this distinct triangular shape.
Huh.
And is protected by a formidable double line of fortification. That shape wasn't for aesthetics, it was pure defense. The royal palace and the royal square, they naturally formed the nucleus, sitting right at the apex of the hill, inside the strongest inner citadel.
So hierarchy was literally built right into the landscape. Once the royals were established at the top, how did the rest of the city below them fill out?
Well, that's the social geography in action. The communities below the citadel followed traditional caste groupings, which created these clearly defined residential zones. The essential life, the bazaars, the commercial activity was situated in the lower city.
Right.
But crucially, the streets weren't just routes. They were carefully planned as vital linkages and really as the primary spaces for daily social interaction.
But all of this intricate planning and construction was pitted against a formidable and relentless adversary.
The Thar Desert environment itself.
Exactly.
That is the single most defining factor. Jaisalmer has a hot, arid climate. Geographically, it's categorized as Köppen BWH. And this isn't just dry heat, it's extreme temperature volatility.
Give us the hard numbers here because they're stunning.
Okay, so daytime summer temperatures can soar up to a horrifying 49.2 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
But then, if you think that means mild winters, you'd be wrong. When winter arrives, the nights can become bitterly cold, with recorded lows dipping all the way down to minus 5.9 degrees Celsius.
So you're dealing with a potential 55 degrees Celsius swing in conditions.
It's a huge swing, and that kind of environment forces innovation, doesn't it?
It has to. And if the temperature is that aggressive, I imagine the lack of water must be equally brutal.
It is perpetually scarce. Historically, that was the greatest constraint. The average annual rainfall is just 256.9 millimeters, and it falls almost exclusively during a very short monsoon window.
So water conservation wasn't just a policy, it was the lifeblood of the city.
It drove every single foundational design choice, especially in the homes.
And that pivots us perfectly to Section 2, the architectural brilliance that addresses this, the Havalis. These beautiful, elaborate merchant mansions, they aren't just symbols of wealth. They are functional, sustainable, climate control systems carved right out of that yellow sandstone.
And what's fascinating here is that the architecture isn't imported. It's a direct response to the environment. This is vernacular architecture at its absolute finest, using local materials and age-old techniques to create structures that are both practical and just, visually arresting.
And the true central innovation, the core of how the house breathes, is the chalk, that central courtyard.
Yes, the chalk. It defines the structure as introspective. The house turns inward, prioritizing privacy and climate regulation over, say, external display.
It's a multi-purpose hub, right? for daily life.
It's everything. Family gatherings, culinary activities, laundering, even sun-drying spices. It's the heart of the home.
But climatically, I read that it acts as this genius mechanism for keeping the interiors habitable in that extreme heat. How does that work? What's the physics behind it?
Functionally, it serves as a massive light well. It channels indirect light deep into the interior rooms, which prevents that direct solar gain. But the real cooling happens through ventilation.
Okay.
The narrow vertical space of the courtyard creates what's called a stack effect. It channels warmer air up and out, and that pulls cooler air in from the lower rooms.
So it's a natural air conditioner.
It really is. And this system of wind channeling is so central that one possible etymology for havela is hawa, meaning wind plus villa.
A wind house. That's a wonderful connection. The name literally explains its function. And since rainfall is so rare, I noticed the chalk had another critical role related to water.
Absolutely. Every drop was precious. The courtyard was designed with sophisticated microwater management. You had rain spouts and roof gutters, all meticulously positioned to direct and collect every bit of that scarce rainwater into cisterns below.
Ensuring the family had a supply far beyond the short monsoon season.
You got it.
We mentioned privacy earlier. The front entrance is intentionally concealed from the street. The way the houses are aligned also offers crucial sun protection, right?
That's right. Sun management is non-negotiable in the desert. The Havelis themselves are very carefully positioned. They align their longer walls along the north-south direction.
And their shorter walls east-west. Why is that alignment so critical?
It's all about minimizing the surface area exposed to direct, harsh solar radiation. The sun is weakest on the north-south axis throughout the day, so the thick, protective long walls face the soft exposures, while the more vulnerable short walls face the intense east-west path of the sun.
It's passive solar design, just perfected centuries ago.
Exactly.
And then there's the ornamentation. You can't talk about Jaisalmer without mentioning the breathtaking, intricate carvings on the facades, the harokas and chajas.
The exterior is just a tapestry of detailed sandstone work. The charokas are those famous, beautifully carved balconies and canopies. They serve as both decoration and structural shading.
And the chaja.
The chaja is a specific innovation. It's a horizontal stone fin cantilevered out from the wall, designed purely to provide deep shade over the wall surface, blocking the high, vertical afternoon sun.
And for privacy, especially related to the social practice of purdah, the wealthier mansions used those elaborate lattice screens, didn't they?
Yes, the use of intricate latticed stone meshes, or jolly, instead of open windows, served a dual purpose. Sociologically, it allowed women to look out onto the street without being seen from the outside.
Maintaining privacy.
Right. And architecturally, it filtered the intense sunlight, provided constant cross-ventilation, and protected the interior from dust, creating this cooler, diffused light environment inside.
Okay, let's talk about the actual construction, because this is where the engineering genius really shines. These are multi-story, elaborate structures built without water-intensive cement or much timber.
Oh.
How did they even stand up?
That lack of water forced a truly revolutionary structural solution: precision stonework. Because timber was hard to source and water was a perpetual shortage, builders used minimal cement or mortar. Instead, the buildings are made entirely of local sandstone, and the pieces, even the massive decorative elements, were designed to slot together.
With such precision that they were load-bearing and interlocking.
Yes.
Like architectural Lego, but built with hand tools and manpower 900 years ago. That is an incredible detail. It speaks to a level of craftsmanship we struggle to replicate today.